All right, welcome in everybody. The Tuesday's edition of Daily Bread coming at you live right at 2 o'clock on the East Coast. So late lunch break, early lunch break for you West Coast people. If you're out still working, just throw in those headphones and AirPods because we know you just saw you got that alert. So it's time to get that money in the college hoops and NBA slate, just like how we did last night. As you already know, the show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Make sure to be checking out the handle rolling at the bottom to get any deals or any packages that you could be looking for all those extra plays. As usual, we are live on Twitter. Make sure to give us a like and retweet there at Daily Bread Media. Definitely helps us out, and and that's where we will be releasing the March Madness bracket, where the giveaway prize will be over $100. We're still trying to get a final number on it because there's a giveaway before then. That's on at Paid for Play, where you'll see us live tonight at 9 o'clock for the conference tourneys. Spin Doc and I will be putting that out today. Free chance for you to get $100. So 2 times this month you can get paid by Daily Bread Media. That's the best way to do it. Be sub to our YouTube page because we'll have to have something coming up soon for you there. But Sosa, how you doing today?
Oh, man, I'm doing all right, bro. I can't complain. Not a crazy night in the NBA. College was good to us. Shout out to that Shout out to overtime. Karl Anthony Towns decided he didn't want to shoot threes till the very end of the game. And Desmond Bane didn't get 20 because the other guy in the backcourt had 50. So Chicago forgot how to play basketball. They didn't even get us 100 points. I was on Miami for the game, but Chicago now 1-11 against teams with a 600 or higher winning percentage. 1-11. Remember that for next time they're playing a good team. Maybe the reason why DeRozan is not an MVP candidate for real, because he's putting up all those numbers against the bottom feeders of the NBA.
You always know we got to start it off hot from what we saw last night.
Absolutely. Like I said, shout out to UNC&M handling business.
The Bronx Rams of Fordham coming through easy against UMass. McCall still hasn't been fired yet. That's still taking way too long there. Just get it over with already, UMass.
You mean to tell me the game doesn't end in the first 5 minutes, Rex?
Nope.
Wow. Had no idea. That's crazy.
But we got a huge college basketball slate tonight where the segment could get pretty long if people feel like grilling and roasting me. But if you tapped in with us on Spaces at noon with Spin Doc and Steven, you probably got your questions out already. But if you got any questions for the games that I don't have a best bet in, make sure to be dropping them in the chat. We can always get to them later. So I'm surprised you got no footy action. Got a nice little Premier League match today.
I'm cooling, man. I'm still on that high from raising a trophy. A lot of teams fans don't get to ever do that. To them, it's funny to me that like winning a trophy is a big deal until it's not the team you support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It becomes like it's just a Carabao Cup, blah blah blah. But a trophy's a trophy. We lifted a trophy and I'm just kind of on that high, man. Liverpool took care of business. Shout out to Kepa being a bitch. He clearly thought it was a goal kick on that PK. What a joke.
Yeah, they've been doing studies that's been saying that the quicker someone goes up and takes it, like right after the ref blows the whistle, the more not mentally weak, but essentially they're more nervous and they usually miss it more often than not. When the players take a deep breath, relax a little bit, and look, it's usually there. So that's kind of where when you're looking at PKs live, that's the way to do it. We got all of our casuals and usuals tapping in, so we gotta get into today's slate.
Yes, sir.
Should we start off with one of the latest games tonight on the board, or should we start with the early one? Because we're going big game hunting here. If you tapped in with Spaces, you'll probably hear 3 separate plays than what you did earlier.
Oh,
First one.
In the lab. Jesus, let's go.
What did you say?
I said you're locked in. 6 total plays on a Tuesday. Let's go.
College hoops is a beautiful Tuesday. We get the big plays here for everyone. So the
Welcome to
first one I'll
March.
start with, you always got to do that. We got to go with the USC Arizona late at night tonight. Arizona's on I want to say not a great skid before there. Going to Colorado, came from Utah, not too surprised, and they're on the third game of a road trip here. USC's coming off a big win at Oregon, where they're 4-point dogs. Now they're 4.5 point home dogs here. I kind of like them to win outright, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to put and be able to get a full money line ticket there at the plus 150. If you're not scared, you can do that. Or plus 170, but I'm going to take the plus 5 minus 110 on USC here tonight. Arizona's on a tough road trip. There's only 3 teams that are comparable in the Pac-12. This is one of them. They'll get right come tourney time, but right now I think they could lose, but they'll win by less than 5 if worse comes to worse.
All right. You already know we're getting a lot of these one-possession games, end conference season, a lot of dogs hanging in there, keeping it close, and a lot of refs just making a difference. Shout out to the refs that make a difference, especially when you end up on the right side of the outcome.
Yes, sir. Definitely like Bo Borowski. And we're really – I forgot to change the ticker. And we're really hoping he's not showing up in Madison tonight because – this is the number that, man, I'm going to take a hook, line, and sinker here because you can take the plus 3 on this one. I have to keep – do I keep it consistent? Because I really want to take Wisconsin money line plus 140 here.
We're not making it the Bible study, so we probably should.
Because they won by 5 when they played at Purdue. They're coming back here, and Purdue's defense, they're just going to be always their Achilles heel this season. When Wisconsin kind of put up 70 without a sweat on them the first time here, and now you got on with the home crowd and everything on top of that, I really don't understand why it's a 3-point swing. That they're saying that Purdue's 6 points better than Wisconsin. Sure, if Wisconsin doesn't hit any threes, which they can't, they'll still hang into it. We'll take the plus 3. We'll be scared because we did the spread on the first one. So plus 3, minus 110 with Wisconsin. Third big game, or do you want to talk about the Nova game? Because I don't have a bet in the Nova game.
I don't have an official bet. I do have one lean in the game. I think we kind of saw someone talking about it already. Said Jur. I think I'm on the same page as him. All we're hearing out of Villanova is how banged up those 2 guys are for them. Gillespie, and I'm forgetting the other guy's name.
I'm going to make you sweat it. It's more fun this way.
Oh, my God, bro. They have 2 players that have ankle injuries. I can't remember the other guy's name. Gillespie, obviously, we've discussed him a lot simply because as far as depth and talent at those positions in particular, if anything happens to either of those 2 players, like the team is just not the same.
Justin Moore.
And obviously we know that Gillespie is the best player on the team. Take that however you'd like. Most important, whatever. I think that Providence is athletic enough to give these guys problems. Obviously, it's Nova at home, 1st of March. Like, this is usually when the proverbial switch is hit. We have seen Jay Wright do it year in, year out at this time of year. So everyone's fully expecting for a Nova smash spot here. But the game being a 10-point spread, Providence already winning the Big East outright. I don't think it's a cakewalk for Villanova. I think Providence gives them hell, and I think it's a close game. I don't think it's a blowout. To get 10 with them, I'm taking it all the time, every time.
Yeah, that's just my biggest concern is with Providence having it wrapped up. They're already done. Nova after this game, they only have Butler left on their schedule on Saturday. So that's kind of where I hate comparing games across conferences that mean absolutely nothing, but I kind of compare it to the Gonzaga versus St. Mary's game on Spaces, where how much is Providence going to show? Because more likely than not, these 2 teams will probably see each other, sorry, Steven, in the Big East tournament finals. So that's just kind of where Providence, I think they could use a win here. They could easily win outright. The press and just Nova's, I think their depth is just going to cost them sooner rather than later. But I still think Nova gets a win here. I don't want any action on it.
Like I said, it's just a lean. I'm leaning the 10. I might end up betting it close to the game, but hey, and that's what I saw. I saw the story in regards to Providence, not sitting anyone. They're fully committed to trying to win the game. And why
Yep,
wouldn't
no,
you know what I mean?
that's
When
where I
Villanova,
just don't know. Is Cooley going to throw the hand at him? Is he going to throw the bag because he tried at home and they couldn't get it through? That's just kind of where does they kind of go in here, work on some new shit, get ready for the tournament because they're the 1 seed no matter what. Yeah,
hey,
no, I'm rooting for you guys. I'll always get on the anti-Nova train. It's usually not Sosa who's leaning it. The official lean of today's from me in the slate would be TCU at the +6 at home. I just don't feel like fading Kansas today here. I would also lean the under in this one here, where we are going to go with the last game. And I'm going back to, I'm going to say it's another trappy line, but we're going to rock with Florida on the money line going into Vanderbilt on even. Castleton's back. The Gators need this. I hate saying they need the game more than Vanderbilt does, but they're stuck at 8-8 with LSU and Mississippi State and South Carolina. After this, Florida has Kentucky on deck. So sure, you could potentially say this is a look ahead spot, but Florida needs that dub because they need those 2 wins to try to get into the SEC bye. I don't think they can make the top 4, but they can at least make the second bye here. Yeah, I mean, the books are begging you to take Florida. They're begging you to take Wisconsin tonight, and I'm taking both of them just because I think the better team's going to win outright in both of these. And like I always like to do when I'm backing the plays, I like to back the better defense here. I just think Vanderbilt, they foul way too often for them to have the better defense overall, and they can't defend the inside. They got the 3 a little bit more better, which Florida does like to shoot 47% from it, but I think Florida should have no problem owning the inside here. Yeah, no, Vandy's great. It's a pure toss-up. You have a pick 'em game. We're going to be rocking with Colin Castleton tonight to get it done on the inside. So USC +5. Wisconsin +3. Florida money line even. 3 dogs. Baby dog with Florida.
Let's go. Time to cash.
NBA time.
Let's go, man. I only have 3 plays so far. I actually really only have 2 right now. There's so many moving parts with injuries and players not playing. I only could come up with 3 that I really love thus far. I'll probably tweet out something from the Daily Bread Twitter page in a little bit in regards to.
We might do spaces later too.
Yeah, just something that just because it's this injury stuff, man. Like, does anybody want to bet on Toronto with Fred VanVleet, out? No, you didn't think that was going to happen last night. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Probably thought they were going to win, but she didn't think they was going to murder them the way they did. Jesus Christ, Scotty Barnes turned into, I don't know. I don't even know a comparable player. He just went stupid. But for me in tonight's NBA slate, the first game I'm gonna go to is the Atlanta Hawks at the Boston Celtics. And the player I'm targeting is Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown over 24.5. He's not hit the number in 2 of 3. Has not shot the ball particularly well since coming back from the All-Star break. But tonight, I like the matchup defensively that he's going to be facing, whether it's off screens or however he gets it going. I think Jaylen Brown over 24.5 -106. That's my first play. I also really like the Celtics in the game, but I'm not equipped to take them yet at 6.5. But I would lean towards the Celtics covering against Atlanta.
But see, I want to go props here in this game because I like to target the guards, but I don't really want to try to sweat anything with Marcus Smart in this one here. And with Jaylen Brown and Tatum, I just really don't want to pick which one's going to hit their 15 shots where they don't pass. So that's just kind of where, do you see any potential? Because I'm pulling up Marcus Smart's number because he's projected to play tonight. His numbers are listed at, nope, not listed.
I mean, I know his assists were like 5. We're 5.5 early in the season. It was like 8-20.
13, 12.5 at -110. I want to do it.
Bro, his assist at 5.5 was super money. He hit it last game. I know someone sent me that one. It was like, you should definitely rock with the with the
Oh,
Marcus.
I know how we're going then. PRA.
All right. What's the number on it today?
21.5 minus 110.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I mean, we all know that.
We'll make that official. 21.5 over points, rebounds, and assists. This is from me. That's my fourth play of the stream. Marcus Smart. We got to target it.
Let's go. I love it. Obviously, we like I said, like I was saying, we know how backcourts have fared against this Atlanta team. Like Kayvon can't play defense, and Trey, well, that's just not what he's best at. It's just not his strong suit. He just can't guard anyone. And that's not his fault. He's diminutive, little guy.
Yeah, you know.
Second play for the night is in the Golden State Minnesota Timberwolves game, and we're revisiting.
I know where you're going.
We're revisiting a number and a play that's hit for us consecutive times, but I'm actually not going with the home team tonight. I'm going with Golden State. Golden State team total over 116.5 at minus 118. I would also probably take I'd probably still take an alt line. I think they score 120 easily. They average 123.5 against Minnesota in the two games they've played thus far this year. And Minnesota's on a back-to-back. And it doesn't matter who Minnesota plays, they're going to give it up. Because they're not their main thing isn't defense. They're trying to run with you and get you out the gym. That's why they've had so many games go over. So Golden State Warriors over 116.5 team total minus 118 is the play in that one. And the final play that I love, well, obviously I'm probably going to run back Trey. This is not an official play, but Trey Young double is in minus 105. I love the number, and I think he hits it easily. I think both teams being on being rested, I think we're going to get a good offensive game. Even though Boston has been amazing defensively over the last 6 weeks, they've been fucking phenomenal defensively. And the last play for the night is the Dallas Mavericks.
Ooh, I like it.
Minus 5.5.
Don't rock the boat.
And that's that. Minus 5.5, minus 110. I'm rocking with the team that's better. I'm rocking with the team that looks like they have a semblance of focus. The Lakers are just not it, guys. They're just not. And unless they make it ugly and they hold you under 100 points, that ain't gonna happen. I think that the Lakers absolutely are just in disarray right now. But don't worry, everything's solved. You guys picked up DJ Augustine, big game changer right there. 34-year-old point guard.
Yeah, he turned it. This game just screams under too, doesn't it? 216.5 with the Mavs going at the Lakers where they're currently at. But the one thing that's keeping me off it is so far, which is bad. There's been 10 games where the Lakers haven't broken 100 points. They're 8-2 their games are 8-2 to the over in the next one. It's just with Dallas coming in here, that was going to be just a look if you're just going off trends and numbers. But the way Dallas plays and just how they're 22-37 to the over this year, I just can't condone trying to back at Dallas over unless you're going super contrarian here. So we didn't talk about any of the college basketball conference tournament games today. There's some good ones too.
I mean, I'm ready and waiting for the
you don't want to talk Stetson versus Central Arkansas?
Of course. I mean, who doesn't want to? Of course, I want to discuss Stetson and Central Arkansas. Like that is the fishiest line out there in every sport today. That being at a pick'em, that is the fishiest line. And we talked about it and broke it down last night on Paid for Play at 9 p.m. Stetson's a 6 seed. Central Arkansas is a 3 seed. Stetson has better odds to win the conference than Central Arkansas does. Central Arkansas is at home today, and they're not even laying points. As I'm just saying, that's the type of breakdowns we get at Paid for Play. Hey, man.
One other potential target that I was going to ask you about here. I hate trying to back people on the Clippers.
Oh,
Terrence
no,
Mann night?
I'm not betting on them till Kawhi and them come back. Like, if PG's not playing, they're not getting my money. They done tricked off my money twice. No, sir. I want no parts. I'm
No, I
not
was just
betting on
saying Terrence Mann.
I'm
I like
not
his
betting on
matchup.
I'm not betting on any NBA team that does not have a superstar. I don't give a fuck. Portland, you're not getting my money. Like Orlando, you're not getting my money. You don't got a star or a superstar of some sort. I can't help you. I'm not betting on you. No. They're who push they're who dictate winning and losing. Like these teams like the Clippers where Ivica Zubac might fuck around and get a double one night and then not score. Or Batum will get you 20 and not even score the next game. I'm good. I'm totally good. Off betting on the
I
Clippers.
mean,
Don't do that.
Steven Harrison liking the Lightning on the puck line tonight. D-Rock tracking with North Florida on the money line going into Lipscomb.
Let's go. Winnipeg under, Wild and over. Wow, y'all.
This might end up being my bet regret, even though I guess I technically have to put some money on them because I projected them as my underdog last night on the stream. So Sosa and I could probably hear us later on Spaces. What time are you thinking? 5, 6, closer to when the injury reports are out?
Yeah, we'll do that. Closer to 6-ish.
Then 9 o'clock tonight, me, Spin, and Steven. We got the West Coast Conference, so the infamous quadruple bye with Gonzaga and St. Mary's basically only having to win one game to get to the semifinals. And then the OVC, can anyone stop Murray State? Tomorrow, we're on Jose's show at midnight Eastern.
Come on, man. You know I'm rocking with Izzo. Don't nobody respect Phil Martelli. He should have gone bald 20 years ago.
He looks like the Hawk mascot, man. That's all he does.
Yeah, he's hanging on. He's hanging on for sure.
Michigan's hanging on to any chances after. They need that win more than anything tonight. I guess it is the one game we really didn't break down in detail. It's kind of the one where I have my phrase now. It's my put my feet up and watch game. I just don't want to sweat it.
Hey, man. I'm not there's no official plays from that game, but if I had to bet, I'm betting on Izzo. That's just how I feel. I wouldn't recommend you do it with your money if you don't feel safe. But Izzo in March. Holla at me tomorrow.
Yeah, his team sucks.